currently having a breakdown right now, and I am, I found myself on the verge of crying. I know my eyes probably look like I have been crying, but I'm not quite there yet. I found myself having a breakdown, and I did not want to cry, so I decided to make this video. And I'm talking to y'all. I think I'll be, less likely to cry on here. Um, yeah. So you probably be asking yourselves right now, like, okay, why are you having a breakdown? Well, some of you, I guess. There has just been a lot going on in my life. I have been getting, you know, hits from all angles of life, and I've been trying my best to um not sink under everything, and it's not been going. I've not been handling it very well. I'll just say that. I mean, I don't think I even know how to. I'm a very emotionally intelligent person, but sometimes there's just like an internal battle more than anything else. And it's so crazy to me because it's almost like I know what I need to do, or I know what needs to be done. But then on the other side, it's like, this is so hard to do. Why am I even doing this? Why can I not just have an off button for my feelings to not care? Why do I have to show up all the time when I really just want to disappear? I don't know if I'm making any sense right now to anybody, but this is me venting. Am I venting? This is me venting in the best way I can on camera. The best way I can on camera. Um, yeah, there's not much I can say without saying a lot, but it's like it's just been really, really hard trying to not crash out. And to be honest, I'm not one to share certain things, but it's like, how do I say that without actually saying that? You know? Um, yeah. Oh my God, there are so many things. There's just so many things going wrong personally. And when I say personal, I mean internally, like, and other things that are just environmental. And, sometimes I will try my best to not cry, to not break down, to not think about it too much, to not dwell. My hands are shaking. You know sometimes how you'll have the situation or a situation going on, but like you don't allow it the time to get to you or to break you down a certain type of way. I've been trying to avoid that. I've been there, done that and I do not want to go back there. I've been I've been through a very dark place emotionally, and it was very scary to be there because I was thinking about hurting myself. I was not okay with me. I was just, there's just a lot, you know. Um, and it also had, to do with my daughter. I can say that much. Where I just felt like, on one end, I'll tell myself, you're doing the best you can, and you're doing this or you're working on that. She's, she'll, whatever, things are gonna work themselves out. And then on the next side, it's just like, why are you telling yourself that? Like, you could be doing so much more. And and I, like, would be judging myself so hard. And I mean, I know that I could be doing a lot more things, but it's just like, I'm also doing what I can emotionally manage, mentally manage, so it was just like, as I said, me beating myself up. But that was paired along with a lot of other things, and I got to a really, really dark place. My room was a mess. When I mean a mess, I mean a mess. And I think I was dealing with it for a long time, and I don't know what it was. Like, I knew what I was going through, the feelings that I had, and it was just like, I wanted so bad to hurt myself. Like, to, how would I put this now? I wanted so bad to release the pain, and the only way I could think of was doing something to myself, right? And at the same time, I was like, I need to be here for my daughter because nobody's gonna love your child like you were going to. And I was fighting with that thought in that time. And, it got very dark. And as I said, my room was a mess, and my family, or, the people around me, which was family, they thought that it was, it was just, um, oh, you're just nasty, or oh, you're just dirty, or oh, you're just, and I was going through it for a long time, and I did not know what it was, right? I did not know what it was. And in fighting those emotional, things, mental things, I was, that, where I was a part of it. It was always a part of it, because, like, I love to decor. I love doing decor. I, you know, when my place is clean or my environment is clean, it makes me feel better. It doesn't fix everything, but it makes me feel like, okay, I can sleep just for tonight, right? And I couldn't sleep. I still can't sleep. And I feel like it's even worse now more than ever. That's another thing. But I would be able to, like, maintain that room or that space for, like, and I'm talking about, multiple spaces. And it would just be so, yeah. And then when I'd get into this feeling as if everything just went left, I found myself not wanting to even get up out of bed. Couldn't just bother with nothing at all. The simplest of things, like, I would see something that needs to be done in the room and get so upset. Like, why do I have to do that? Like, why do I have to move? why can't I just like snap my finger and get stuff without me actually doing it? Like I I'm trying to explain. I'm trying to explain, right? I'm really, really trying to explain so persons can understand what I'm trying to say. But that's just how I was feeling. I was just angry at everything. The simplest of things that just not even warrant anger, to be honest. I was just angry at every single thing, everybody. And, you know, it got like so bad sometimes, like I would just want to like just scream, you know, just scream. And I'm not one to like open up to people or tell people that, or be like, oh yeah, I'm going to like it's. Ugh. So I didn't have anyone to talk to, and me talking to someone didn't, you know, come to me as, oh, this would be a release. It came to me as, psh, I don't need anyone pitying me, you know. And I was dealing with that for years, just being in that state of mind, always thinking of hurting myself, and I'm not 100% okay. Obviously, I'm doing this right now, but I got myself out of that dark place. Right? It's still dark, but it's not as dark. And I've been trying with every single thing in me emotionally to not go back to that place because I don't think I would survive if I'm to go back there or to allow myself to go back there. But trying not to go there has also been very hard within itself because it's just like, why does everything have to be so hard? Why do I feel like I'm just a zombie walking on this earth and I have no control over anything and life is just happening to me and I have to just take it because it's life. And I've, you know, been praying, I've been, you know, trying to foster a deeper relationship or better relationship spiritually with God. And even in that, I've been so angry. Like, I know I'm not perfect. I know I'm not perfect, and I know I have no right being angry. But it's literally just how I feel because I'm like, yo, I am not perfect. Like my talk, like I'll have discussions that I'm legit like, like I'm talking to someone right beside me. Like I know I'm not perfect, but like, am I really that bad? Like what? Like am I really that bad? Like you know my soul. You know the desires of my heart. You know how I feel about family. You know what I'm looking for in a relationship. You know the type of mom I want to be. You know the type of impact I want to have on the people around me. Just my people's lives in general, right? And I'm like what's so wrong with me? Like I know I'm not perfect, I dare not claim perfection, but like what's so wrong with me that I can't be happy for 1 second? Like am I just not deserve it? Like what are you trying to say, for real? I don't deserve it? Like I don't deserve it? I'm a very career wise is a whole nother thing in itself. Like I'm a very creative person, right? I'm a very creative person. There are a lot of things that I cannot do, but there are also a lot of things that I can do. Okay. Um, and it's just like, God, like, oh God, I don't even want to try to be funny right now, but I'm just talking to you guys just literally how I feel. how I've been feeling, and that's also a part of why I've not been on YouTube, because me being on YouTube was also a way of just like trying to take my mind off of what was going on and not to dwell on it that much, right? Because you can't get rid of it without actually fixing the issue. But I was trying not to dwell, and I would fall off so many times, and I found myself continuously having to come back and to apologize for not being, you know, on YouTube, for not being consistent, for not giving y'all updates to say, this is that or this is that. And I don't even remember how long I've not been here. Right now, I have a video that should have been uploaded from May, for Mother's Day. I got robbed that day. A friend, I'm not even gonna say that. Something happened to a friend of mine, and Jaja, that was the one Mother's Day I was actually looking forward to being supported. I've never been supported on Mother's Day, and I really don't make a big thing of it. I really feel some type of way about my birthday because I'm a big birthday person, and I'm just always buying people shit, right? My family, my sisters, and it doesn't even have to be a special occasion. Like that's I think one of my love languages is just giving gifts, and um I think I'm more excited on people's birthdays than they actually are. But anyways, that's not the point. Yeah, so my phone got stolen that day. I was robbed that day. My sister's phone also got stolen, her money. And I was just like, I just cannot, like, I cannot. That phone had all my banking information. That was, my main phone. And I have not posted that vlog. Every time I go to edit, I found editing so hard. Like, editing is already hard as it is, and I'm not no pro. But like everything that I was going through emotionally, I was just like, I really don't want to do this. And there'll be times, that I legit take up the phone to edit the vlog, and I'm just like, what's the point? It's like I find everything just so strenuous and so God, like, ugh, do I have to, like, I just can't, like, what's the point of doing this, and it's not like like I have an issue with putting in work to get something done or to get the results that I want, but it's been really really hard, right? It's been hard trying to figure out this YouTube thing. I post more on TikTok, to be honest. I have a live lounge on TikTok. I know I'm really just rambling, but just, yeah, just bear with me, chill with me, listen if you feel, drawn to listen. Um, I really appreciate it anyways. But I have a live lounge on TikTok where I'll do from Thursdays to Sundays. On Thursdays I do karaoke. I love to sing. Friday, and it's a vibe. I mean, on Friday we do games night. On Saturdays we have the mix where we talk about current affairs, things happening in Jamaica, things happening in the world, and relationships. And on Sundays we do team building. I know not everybody on YouTube is on TikTok or vice versa, but if you want to, or if you're seeing this and you're on TikTok, you can follow me at Niki, Niki, and between each letter there's a heart. I think that's the best way to say it. Or Niki Brian 5, Niki Brian Bryan 5. It's the same profile pic as I have here um on YouTube. Yeah, so even with YouTube, it has felt just strenuous because of everything that I've been going through, having to deal with. I do not know how to deal with my feelings anymore. I don't. The most thing I've turned into such a crybaby. I'm not usually one to cry as much as I do right now. Like, or let people see me cry. I'll legit just be sitting here and there's tears just starting on my face. Like, one time someone said to me that, they think I have a bipolar disorder. I don't know. I've not been diagnosed with that or anything else. I don't, I don't even know what that is. But I'll legit be sitting here and just start thinking about everything and how hard everything is. I just get into, I wouldn't even call it a funk because it feels so much more than that. It's heavy. It's so heavy. And I just start crying, but I'm so angry at myself for crying because it's just like, that does not fix anything. You cry and then what? Hmm? You're gonna cry every day. The same situation tomorrow. The same situation the day after tomorrow. The same situation the day after tomorrow, after tomorrow, after tomorrow. But I just don't know what else to do. I'm not trying to hurt myself or trying to allow myself to hurt myself. So I try. I don't even know how I try to not think about hurting myself, but I don't know how that go. It's just a thought that comes to me sometimes. But um I feel like that's the only thing I can do is cry. And that's not okay because even though I cry, I feel like there's nothing actionable that I can do to help the situation. It's not like I haven't tried. I have tried, and it makes it no better when you have people around you that do not understand what you're going through, and they're the type to judge and form their conclusions of what they think you are going through, of what they think that you're purposefully doing, purposefully. And I'm so tired of explaining or trying to explain how I feel. I feel like I can see, but I'm not the one controlling my feet. Or it's like you know that you're in a vessel, but you're not the one controlling the vessel. That's literally how I feel. As I said, there's just a complete lack of control on my life. And I get thumpy, so I just have to roll with it. I get thumpy, so I'm just like, okay. Get thump again. Okay. 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 Because it's life. We just have to take life or whatever it is. And yeah. I'd be so annoyed with optimistic people. I'm all for positive vibes, but it's just like, don't you get hurt? Like, don't you get offended? Don't you feel lost sometimes? You know? I just hate being around people that are just such hippies all the time. It's very, especially when you're going through what I'm going through, it's just like, please. Okay, like, I'm allowed to have feelings. Like, you know, but guys, I'm just trying to make light of the situation, okay? I do not want to have a breakdown right now. I'm fighting for my life, literally. And I am trying not to break down. Okay, so I know I'm rambling. Me, I jump from one story to the next. Just soothe me, please. Please. Y'all don't even have to listen to all of this. This is about 24 minutes now. Y'all don't have to listen to all of it. If you've listened or skipped to here, thank you. Or even stayed a second. But yeah, that's just how I've been feeling. And I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I don't know in this day and age what happiness even looks like. I thought I knew, you know, but then I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not happy. I mean, I'm grateful for life sometimes, I am grateful for life. I am. I might not feel that way all the time, but I know that I am. It's just that I feel like I'm alive, but I'm not living, or everything just seems that much harder for me than it is for everyone else. Sometimes, you try to give yourself, those cliche. I'm a spiritual person, but sometimes people don't want to just be real and talk about we're human beings. I'm sorry, I just ran out of space a while ago. I had to make some. But we're human beings and it's okay to say how you feel and not try to pretty it up all the time to fit a certain aesthetic or whatever. But it's a very cliche answer to me or thing to say, like, oh, you're just going through this right now because God has a bigger plan, or He's gonna turn your mess to a message. All of what you're going through now is gonna be your testimony, your testimony. It can be true, but it's just like when you're going through these things, it's not the easiest thing to just be so aware, or sometimes Jaja. I feel like I'm just gonna be rambling here. You know, I try to be consistent as I could be on YouTube. I try to be as consistent as I can on TikTok. And I've just been failing at every single thing. And it's just like, you know, and especially when you're a person like me that's talented at with a lot of things, it's just like, what am I even supposed to be doing for real? There's just a lot of questions and just a lot of, a lot of jumbled stuff in my mind. But yeah, I think this is where I'm going to end this video. I wish I could say to you for the millionth time that, oh yeah, I'm gonna be consistent now. I'm gonna be posting. I wish I could get up and go here and go there and make content. But the truth is, I'm going through a lot and I don't want to be around people right now. I don't even want to be with myself. I don't even want to be with myself. It's just everything just seems like such a burden. And I'm really trying to not crash and burn. And I'm currently, failing at it very badly. The most recent situation that happened to me, I have just been trying to be one of those optimistic people, but it never worked out, you know. It didn't work out because, how can you convince people something when you don't even believe that shit yourself, But I've really been trying to stay on top of things emotionally, and it's just like one fail after the other. It's just like, okay, what's new? What do I do now? I try to be optimistic. I pray about it. I talk to God. I make moves, actionable moves to say, you know what, God, I'm not going to sit here and wait for you to hand me anything on a silver platter. I'm going to work in faith. I'm going to do things in faith. I'm going to step out in faith. And I trust and believe that you will guide me and assist me in putting whatever else needs to go together. And people will tell you, oh yeah, leave everything at God's feet. I'm not here to discourage any Christian, and everybody will want to be a Christian. But these are just feelings, and I'm allowed to have them. I can't not have them. Anyways, um, persons will say to you or encourage you and say, just leave everything at God's feet. How do I leave everything at God's feet? How? I don't know how. Because at the same time, it's, we're given choices. And for every choice, there's a consequence. Or, you know, God don't help people when they help themselves. So that saying, oh, I need to lay everything at God's feet. Okay. If I say, God, I'm trusting you, take charge of the situation, there's still things that you have to do as the person asking for this help. God might have something wait for you right outside the gate, but if you don't get up and go outside, you're not gonna get it. So that was me in that situation, trying to actually get up and show up and say, God, I trusted you and I want your guidance. I desire your guidance, and I'm doing my part. I'm doing what I can do. And it just felt like it was just being dropped on deaf ears. And again, it's just a cycle of going back down that rabbit hole that I got myself somewhat out of, and have been trying to not go back down there. Because I legit feel like I will not be alive if I go back down that rabbit hole. I'm not gonna come out on the other side, and that's just literally how I feel. And I'm scared, and I've been trying everything to not go back there. But as I said, I'm not one to tell people my business for people to pity me. I'm really not. Call it pride, I guess it is, but I'm just not that type of person. I've never had luck with even telling people about my feelings. My family is very, very judgmental, and they really don't understand me. They see things how they want to see them, or a way that's sufficient for them or that they can understand. Because sometimes we be going through some shit and just people just really, really just don't understand. So I've just decided to not dwell on that anymore, to trying to get them to understand and to prove to them like this is what I'm going through. And I found myself having to do that, like, why can you not understand that I'm just really, really not okay right now? Instead of pointing fingers, be productive, like be supportive. You understand? They don't get that, and it hurts even more to try to prove it to them. Like, I feel like I have to prove to them that I have feelings. I don't need anybody to validate my feelings. So I've been trying to just not pay that any mind, to be honest. And it's so crazy because even in all this, in all what I'm going through, in all me thinking about doing something to myself, I do not want to actually say the word on here. I've still found an ounces to still show up for the people that I love. I still do it. All my find it, I don't know. I still show for my family. Oh yeah, can I do it? Okay, I'm there. Oh yeah, okay, I'm there. Oh yeah, I'm cooking. Oh yeah, I'll do it. And I don't do things for them to ever be reciprocated. I really, really don't. I really don't. But it's just like I've been telling y'all how I've been feeling, and y'all just think that, well, you think this is a joke. Having those type of thoughts is not a joke. It's really, really not. I have a 7-year-old daughter, and I am the basically considered the only parent in her life. And I do not have a support system with her or for myself. I'm just like, those feelings will get so strong, and I'm having to fight them internally to stay listening. I want to not fail my child the way I felt I was failed in certain ways. Or, we want the best for our children. And I feel like that wouldn't do anything more than condemn me to go to that place and her having to deal with not having me around and whosoever she's gonna be around or grow up with, you know. But I still don't know what to do with those feelings because things are still the way they are, no matter how hard I try. Yeah, okay. I don't think I want to break down anymore. As bad as when I started this video. Oh my god. Yeah. For everyone who stayed to listen, again, thank you. Not my usual video. I know. Gee, I haven't posted in a while. I'm still sitting on that Mother's Day video. I'm still sitting on that Mother's Day video. I'm going to. I'm not even gonna say I'm gonna try. If y'all get the video, y'all get the video. And to be honest, I hate doing anything, and that's why it hurt me so much, because I hate doing anything like half-ass. Like, it's either I do it well and done, or I don't do it at all. And I know I've not been in the right space mentally, so I've not attempted to like really start edit the video. Like, I'll start, but then realize how I'm feeling, just like, never mess this up. I cannot edit this way, and then I just get back out to the editing app. But there's not much editing that I'm gonna do even to this. This is gonna be the thumbnail. This is gonna be the thumbnail. I'm not okay. And I don't want to get on social media and pretend that I'm okay. I know people live vicariously through people, on YouTube or through TikTok. I know I do it sometimes. I'm a customer just as much or a consumer. So, y'all know what I mean. But I started this channel wanting to be real and not have to do the fake stuff or feel like I have to do the fake stuff. That's not who I am. And if I have to do fake stuff to keep up with, then that ain't gonna work. um, yeah, so I can only be me. I can only be me. I'm going to do the best that I can. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be 100% all the time. The fact that I don't even like, as I said, I like doing things, the way I want them to be done properly. And even with vlogging, sometimes my phone is just not the best quality. And the phone that did have the better quality, it, was stolen and then later destroyed. But even with that, you know, and I still try to show up. I still be like, listen, it ain't gonna be the crispiest video, but right? So this is just me, y'all, me, being as real as I can be. I did not want to crash out a while ago. I did not want to break down. I really want to post that Mother's Day video. It was to be posted even before this one. We are now entering July, and that video was from me. And I think I missed a couple videos even before that one. But I've just been really, really going through it. Like, I'm hanging on. But I feel like I'm hanging on by, I don't even want to say a thread, because even though a thread is thin, it's strong, right? So I wouldn't say a thread. A thread is still strong, and I don't really feel strong right now. I feel like I'm just some clothes being put in a machine by somebody, and then just press the spin button and they just left me a spin. Oh my god! Yeah, yeah. And I'm a very antisocial person. Like, I don't go anywhere. I really don't. I'm with my daughter 24/7, and like a lot of times, if not literally all the time, if it's not somewhere that I feel comfortable taking her with me or just going with her, like, it does not happen, which is a lot of the time. So, um, yeah, I don't go anywhere. And probably, some persons would think that's a typical lifestyle for a YouTuber. But I love to talk, to have discussions, not talk. I'm not chat too much. I love to have discussions about certain things. That's what I do on my lives. Mostly for Saturday nights, as I said, for the mix where we do discussions. I'm also I don't know if y'all have seen. I'm also coming out with a podcast. It has been something that I've wanted to do for a long time, and I kept putting it off. I will be. I cannot say when in July y'all will be getting the first episode, but I am trying my best to work on it and to not crash out to where I don't even want to do it anymore. I just felt like if I put up the podcast, like the artwork and all that, I would feel more inclined to actually give you guys that instead of just not having it and all that stuff. So I feel like that was a way to motivate myself to actually do it, right? And again, I think that that would just be a place where I can have more discussions, which I love having. Yeah. So I'm gonna go now. I don't. Oh, Jesus. The thing is, like, even with how I've been feeling, I don't even feel to eat. Like, I love to cook. Anybody that knows me, your girl goes down. Y'all know that. Like, what you mean? But I don't even have an appetite. Like, I just feel, sometimes when you feel so emotionally bad that it starts to feel physical, like it's no longer feelings, or it's no longer, like in your mental, it's just like you're feeling pain in your actual body. Yeah. Chest tighten up. literally feel like I cannot breathe. That has happened to me a couple of times. This video is all over the place. I've said goodbye about 50 times now, but I'm really gonna go. I feel a little bit better that I kind of throw it in the video. Um, I don't support anybody hurting themselves. This is just me sharing what I've been going through, and yeah, this is just what I've been going through. And even in doing this video, I don't know how to deal with it. It's just something that will happen to me whenever I start dwelling too much on, whatever is not okay in my life right now, in whatever aspect, and it's a lot. That's not okay. So I feel like, as I said, what I've been doing has also just like not been shifting anything, even though I've literally tried different things. But as I'm saying, it's life. Yeah, it's life. If y'all are not like, if y'all are feeling, a similar way, or thinking of hurting yourself, if you're conscious enough about it, or you can be able to say, listen, I'm thinking about hurting myself. You know, I hope I don't sound stupid. Like, I know what I'm trying to say, and I hope you're like getting what I'm trying to say. But if you're okay with, you feel like you can speak to someone about it, that would make you feel better. That does not work for me. It really doesn't, because I don't have a support system like that, and I mostly just get judged